So let's talk a little bit about the technique. So the technique that we use can help us access what's going on within the subconscious mind. And we can get an idea of what the subconscious mind is perceiving, when these events occurred, when they started, who was involved. And then using acupuncture points and essential oils, we can help the brain to disconnect that. Disconnect that belief, disconnect that reaction that it's having. So I want to do a demo. So I don't know if I heard you have a headache over here. Do you have a headache? You want to be a demo? Are you okay? You want to come on up here? What's that? You don't have to come up if you don't want to, but if you want to get it treated, I can.
Me.
Yeah, her.
Me.
She's having a stutter.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a 3-day migraine.
Oh my goodness.
Do you want to come up still? You're fine. We'll be more than happy to help you. Come on up here.
It would be awesome.
Looking for new solutions.
So you've had this for 3 days? Do you get these pretty often? Does she have any other neurological stuff? Seizures or any other problems?
FNS, it's all stress related.
Stress
Every
related?
doctor has said it's stress related. So,
And she's had it for 3
we're
days?
looking, this one, yeah.
How often does she get them?
Every few weeks, every week.
Every week? Alright, you okay if we do a little, have you ever been muscle tested before? Okay. What I want you to do is I want to put your arm up here like this. Push it for me. I want you to look at the wall back there for me. Look at my finger here. Are you having trouble with lights? Yeah, bright lights? Okay. Look out there one more time. Look at my finger. Put your hand on your forehead for me. Okay. Look at the wall there for me. Look at my finger. I'll explain what I'm doing here in a second. I'm going to use this light right here. Just look at me. Just follow my finger here. Swallow. Look at the wall. Look at my finger. Wall. Finger. The wall. My finger. Swallow a little for me. I'm just gonna go like this. You get stuck in fight or flight mode, don't you? Yeah. Again. Deep breath. Gentle was nice. Yeah, your pupils were really. Swallow. Okay, we're just gonna tap here a few more times. You can test it for food issues.
I can't have gluten, my dear.
Push up here for me. Alright, look at the wall for me. Look at my fingers. Oh, that's better. Does that feel easier? How's your head feeling?
Good.
Yeah? Keep going.
I'm not all the way, but it hurts a lot less.
A lot less. Okay, we're almost there. Put your hand on your forehead for me. Push up here. Alright. Okay, so there is a stress component to this. Want to get rid of that? Push up here. Alright. So your mind remembers everything. So she's actually calmed down a lot already. Right? With the laser, just getting her nervous system back to normal. She's stuck in a fight or flight mode, just oof. Alright, let's check the concept of money and love. Friends, family. Okay, family. Touching on some acupuncture points on her wrist. Okay, what's the anger? Anger's about something that's not right or not fair.
Resentment.
Yeah, what's the resentment? Is it something you don't want to share? What's the resentment in the family then?
Just feeling like unfair situations and how you grow up too fast.
Having to go too fast?
Grow up
Why would you have to grow up too fast?
because I had to help support.
So did you feel a lot of pressure then? So do you have a lot of responsibility?
Not as much now, but I used to.
But you used to? So you felt a lot of pressure to what, help take care of siblings or family, or what did you have to do?
Help with like babies and stuff.
So you had pressure to take care of the family.
And just my mom and I.
Okay. Take it down. Put a drop of this on your wrist. Rub your wrist together for me. Put this one on there as well. Okay, rub those wrists together for me. Go like this. Put your hands on your forehead. Think about how stressed out you've been. Think about the resentment. Think about having to help out with rent, utilities. It just feels like a lot of pressure. And it's just overwhelming for you, and it's causing some resentment and a lot of stress. And I want you to just take deep breaths until you feel that alleviate, okay? Hands down here. Alright. Push up for me. I want you to say it's okay if I can't fix all my family's problems.
It's okay if I can't do it.
I'm gonna be okay.
You'll be okay.
It's okay to tell mom when I'm overwhelmed.
It's okay to tell mom I'm overwhelmed.
It's okay if I can't do something.
It's okay if I can't do
There we go. That's a lot better. Alright, how's your head feeling?
It's a lot better.
Is it gone?
Yeah.
Gone? Alright. Feeling a little better? Yeah. Alright.
We couldn't hear anything that you were saying, can you?
Sorry, so you guys might not have been able to see what I was doing, but I was using the light therapy. You may have seen she was shaking a lot, her eyes were all over the place, she was having difficulty with the lights. So we did the light therapy on the cranial nerves. We rehabilitated her eye motions, we shined some lights in the eyes, helped her with the bright lights. That calmed down her nervous system a lot. We worked on her vagus nerve because she was stuck in this like fight or flight mode. And then we did some emotional work around resentment, feeling a lot of pressure to have to help the family take care of rent, utilities and things, and she was feeling a lot of pressure about that. So we just put some essential oils on there and helped her brain to process through that stress and break the connection that she was feeling to all of those things. That she didn't have to be the one to fix all the problems in the family. And now, I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
Can you talk now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and she was having some stuttering issues with that. Anyway, I'll give her a hand. That was excellent. All right. Anybody have any questions about that?
What oils did you use and why?
So I used lemon oil. That's for resentment and frustration. And then I used ylang ylang. That's about being good enough. So, anyway.
And when you notice the difference, like when you're weak, that's when you identify the problem in
Mhm.
the area. And then when the arm is strong, that's when you know that she's processing it, or that the oil is helping, or
So yeah, so the muscle testing that I did on her, the reflex testing, the muscle testing helps us to determine where the problems are at. So when I muscle tested her and I had her move her eyes around, she was like, ooh, really weak. Her eyes were having a really hard time with the light. And like right now, she's totally locked in, like poof, right? Before, her eyes were all over the place from the lights. So when I muscle tested her and shined lights in there and moved around, she was really weak. Her nervous system was totally breaking down. When I used the light on there, it strengthened it back up. So when I did it again, her muscle remained nice and strong, which means she's now got connection there in the nervous system. And then with the muscle testing with the emotional thing, when I asked her body if it was like money or job or whatever, that was fine. When I asked about love, weak. And then when I asked about family, that was weak. I touched on the points on the wrist and it told me exactly which system it was. And so I knew which emotion was related to it. The acupuncturist a long time ago figured out which emotions were related to what meridian systems. So that's how I knew what to do. And over a period of a couple of years, I figured out what essential oils relate to which systems and which emotions. And so lemon helps people with anger and frustration and resentment. She literally smells it, which the smell factor goes right into your limbic system.